is live. LinkedIn is live. YouTube is live as well. We're live in Facebook group as well. We're live everywhere, guys. So thank you everyone for tuning in to yet another episode of PitchGround Live. And today we have Yassine, who is the founder and CEO of our product of the year, Braincert. Yassine, before we get started talking about the product, right, let's just talk a bit about your journey. Let's just talk a bit about like what made you do things, because I think your backstory is so interesting that people don't know about it. I know people are very excited about like going through the product, but I think people need to know who Yassine is before we dive into the product at the same time. And also, guys, if you want to win a Braincert code, then make sure that you take a screenshot of this webinar anytime during the webinar, and you can post it anywhere or across any of the social media, either on Instagram stories, Facebook, Twitter. Make sure that you tag me or Yassine, and one or two lucky winners are going to be getting a Braincert code. And at the same time, at the end, we're going to be announcing the winner. So if you're announced as a winner and if you're not there till the end, then the code will be passed away to someone else. So make sure you stay till the end. And also, please drop in all your questions in the QA section. This way we ensure that all of the questions are like thoroughly answered, and also we'll be picking one of the best questions of the day today, and that question is going to be winning another code of Braincert. So a lot of giveaways, a lot of further fun. We're going to be doing a lot of random stuff in between as well, so stay tuned. This is going to be one heck of our webinar today. So Yassine, let's get started. Tell me, who is Yassine?
Udit, yeah, first of all, thanks for having us. It's a great pleasure to be part of PitchGround and presenting our solution. So we launched Braincert in the year 2013, but way before that, it was there for like nearly 2 decades. Like it was actually launched in the year 2001 as a free product, right? Like as a community product. So Braincert is very popular in the certification area. A lot of people know Braincert for taking like Cisco certification, Microsoft certification, like practice tests. We ran something like that for over a decade. It's kind of like one of my hobby project on the side, right? And we built a really good testing engine at that time. A lot of people come practice their exams, they pass. Wherever I go and talk to, hey, I passed my certification because of Braincert. That's the kind of feedback I used to get whenever I go to some of the folks in organizations. And then we realized, during my journey, when I was working out like some top 5 companies in the world, I realized that training, is not like organized in an efficient manner. A lot of the places where I work, like they have an employee training, they use some platform, and then the content management, they use another platform, and they use like some third-party conferencing platform to join a live session or collaboration. And the testing is like absolutely missing in any of the areas. They use a third-party XYZ company for pre-hire testing, pre-assessment, post-assessment, employee evaluation, and all those things. So all the content is like spread across, the knowledge is like spread across in multiple areas or multiple dimension. It's not like streamlined in one unified manner. Then I realized there is a really a big need for a product like this, so where you combine all the parts in one unifying platform, not just combining, just make it better, right? So because we have the testing experience, a lot of people who have been using Braincert greatly appreciate our assessment platform. It has like very lot of robust features. And then we let me quickly share my screen, and that would help. So we built this product and then relaunched in the year like 2013. So it was like in beta for a couple of years, and then it kind of like took off. And a lot of people started appreciating what Braincert is. It's not just like a traditional course-based platform, because everywhere there is like a lot of ed tech platform, especially after the COVID surge, right? So a lot of platforms popping up. And they all focus in one aspect, like delivering courses, right? Like, oh, just come upload your content and offer a course. You can do this beautiful landing page, this and that. They kind of miss out the collaborative nature of the learning, right? So learning is all about a collaborative engagement. Like, how are you going to retain the learners? How are you going to engage the learners or motivate the learners? How do you make them come back again and again? Not just like, offering courses. How are you going to really measure the progress? How are you going to measure the strengths and weaknesses without like proper assessment platform? And also, how are you going to collaborate your learners in virtual classroom manner, like taking a physical classroom outside online, right? So all the questions is not answered. So that's the reason Braincert was primarily launched, and a lot of people would appreciate all the features and very well thought process we put into this product and workflows. And as you dig deeper, you'll find like so many the components that really complement very well each other with all the features and products. So overall, it provides like a increasing productivity and seamless user experience across all our products in one place. That's what Braincert is all about.
Awesome. That's absolutely brilliant, Yasin. Like I knew this story, but was very important for so many people to know why you got into this and what's the backstory, because people usually they come in, they judge very quickly without knowing the backstory, and helping and having that backstory really helps to build a lot of confidence among the users. And thank you so much for sharing that. Before we get started with few more stuff, Yasin, how big is your team right now?
So we are like 20 plus employees and some contractors as well. So yeah, we are 20 plus strong.
That's awesome. So let's get started with the presentation.
Yeah, absolutely. So thanks everyone for joining, Braincert webinar from wherever you are. It's kind of like Saturday morning here in the US. I'm based in Herndon, Virginia. Majority of my teammates, they're based in India, and we're also working on starting one more office in Doha, Qatar as well, where Soccer World Cup is happening right now. So we started in the year 2013. As you can see, you can use Braincert for any type of use cases, right? So we cover like so many use cases and solution. The course is just like one small part of Braincert, delivering courses, right? You can do much more than courses with Braincert, right? You can use as a traditional learning management system, as a course platform, or as an assessment platform, or a virtual collaboration, or a whiteboard platform. You can use it to deliver like employee training, partner training, customer training, or compliance training, workplace skills improvement, proctored exams. The list goes on and on, right? So it's very powerful and it's very comprehensive, and it took nearly like 4 years to develop the product. So you know that how complex it is to develop, first of all, and launch and maintain a product like this. And one of the main areas we also heavily focus is the security aspect of the platform. So we are also like SOC 2 Type 1 and 2 certified, ISO certified. We get audited by third-party AACP auditors every year, GDPR, McAfee certified, HIPAA compliance. It's not offered as part of LTD, but on higher plans, standard plans we offer. We also have a very strong security posture. We maintain like NIST 800-171, CCPA, CAS, HIPAA, GDPR, everything is maintained in our compliance platform. We have very strong security measure, data center security. We host everything in Amazon AWS. We encrypt all the data in transit at rest. We have zero trust principle. All our employees go through like background checks. We don't give access to your data to any of our employees. It's principle of least privilege. They only have given little bit access to the job function they are, employed to do. So as you can see, we have very good security and compliance posture. Just to maintain this, it takes like around like 50K for us like every year, right? So it's no joke. So all the platform that you use, you have to look at what is the security, what is the compliance, how safe is my data if there is a breach. A lot of things you have to ask yourself. Like this is truly an enterprise product. That's the way we built it and we may maintain it. And let me dive into the platform. Let me drag this screen. Okay. All right. So hope everyone can see this platform.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So once you can log in, you would see a super admin dashboard, something like this one. And also, please, feel free to pause me if I'm going way too fast. We have a lot to cover in one hour. I'm trying to squeeze in whatever we can, and a couple of our teammates also is going to dive into some of the features here. So once you sign in, it's going to look something like this. It's kind of made like an enterprise product, and I know a lot of questions about, hey, when is the modern UI coming out? We are working on it. We hear you, so you can look around like Q2 next year. We're going to modernize the platform, further with the dashboard changes. So this gives a bird's eye view into like what people are doing within the platform, and the activity stream, which is the audit trail and all the high-level reports, everything you can see it here. It's a role-based access control based on the roles assigned to you in the organization or by your admin. You're going to see all the links and everything reflected based on that. If and it comes with like 4 different dashboard for plan B and C, which is role based. You can assign specific dashboard for specific groups. So when people log in, they only see like super admin or instructor dashboard or a learner dashboard. For plan A, it's primarily targeted for course creator, like very small business. You're only gonna see like super admin, and learners obviously see the learner dashboard, right? So you see the very high level reports here, all the orders and everything. As an instructor, when I log in, I'm gonna see how many courses I created, assessment I created, how many waiting for grading, how many open-ended question waiting for my inputs. A lot of high-level data points available in the dashboard itself, right? When you log in as an learner, you're gonna see all the badges and everything, because gamification is something built into the platform that comes with all the plans and tiers. You're gonna see all the badges you earned, the courses assigned to you, assessment assigned to you. You can see your progress. You can see what is pending to be started, in progress, how many, what is the percentage you completed, how many you really completed, in progress, the certificates available for downloads. All those things you can see in the dashboard. So within the dashboard itself, you're gonna get all your data points as soon as you sign in, right? The menus are organized like left menu, and then when you enable a catalog for guests and also logged in users, you're going to see the top level in the menu, and you're going to see your leaderboard if gamification is enable, like what are the top learners in your organization, or within your portal, badges earned, points, all those things here. There's a unified shopping cart. You can add multiple product to the cart, and then you can check out once. Your user profiles here, and so we have one more widget called the calendar. So when you have like live classes, you can see all the classes pop up here. As soon as you log in, the learner will come click, hey, I have a class coming up here. I will see a join icon, and then click, and then I'm going to join the session immediately. And also, if there is an offline event, you can also create all the offline events here, right? So we also support like offline classes, so you can create an offline class and add the event details here as well. All your settings within the portal are organized under global settings, right? That's where you're going to go to basic settings. You're going to do the SEO, like site name, description, favicon, time zone, and then the landing page. So when users visit your domain, what do you want them to see, right? Whether it's a specific landing page you created, or a login register page, or a catalog page, directly take them to course catalog. So you pretty much design like what they want to see, right? For security, you can also disable concurrent logins. If you don't want learners to share their user account with others, you can also log off ideal session after certain minutes of inactivity. That also clears up your active users pool. The catalog you can enable. That's how a catalog is going to look like. So learners can come in, search for your courses. They can see all the courses. They can filter by different things here. This is one of the templating engine. There are like few others, and we are adding like few more in the next 3-4 weeks. So a lot of templates coming your way. So you can change any template that you like for the catalog to make like really good, trendy, right? On the virtual classroom, you can set up your logo for the virtual classroom. When users log off your live class, you can log them back to your classroom, or redirect them back to your corporate website if needed. Similarly, you can turn on and off widgets, redirect URL. It's redirect users after logout of the platform, some language override settings here. And we have something called an app marketplace. All the apps are offered here, whether it's Braincert own or third-party extensions. You would see that here, right? Like calendar, HTTP single sign-on, SAML-based single sign-on, gamification, online store. So anything that you don't want, you can turn it off or turn it on. It will just plug into all the platform features very nicely, right? All the integrations. We right now have like Zapier, very popular demand. Everybody's asking probably like that's in the pipeline. We will try to deliver it in Q1 2023. It's a lot more on our plate at this time, but we'll try to squeeze in. Yeah, that's where you're going to go and enable. By default, when you log in, a lot of extensions are not enabled. So don't say, hey, in the demo they showed a lot more. My account is missing so many features. So just please go to extension and enable whatever you like to show up. And look and feel, yeah, you can customize all the theming is for all the products, like LMS theme and the virtual classroom theme, course player, test player, all the theme you can control it. And then similarly, there is also like login register pages. We have a couple of templates. You can choose any template that you like. You can make it. and also add like edit every single page, and then change all the UI and everything, and customize your own login page. So we are also adding like few more templates for the login register pages as well, right? So the interface language is based on the group that you belong to. So this is kind of like an innovative way of we offer the interface language for truly address like a multilingual audience, right? So you may have a platform with users from all over the world, right? So they not everybody speaks English as the language, right? So you can organize all the users in specific groups. Groups and roles are part of Plan B and C, which are our enterprise plans. So and then you can enforce specific language. So people from UAE login, Arabic could be their interface language. The entire interface will shift from right to left, right? Similarly, if you can make it Chinese simplified, traditional, or different languages that we support. We can also add like new languages based on request as well. The user registration is the very important area we focused a lot, like how are you going to onboard all your users, right? So you can onboard from backend, just close out all the registration, only the admin can create account manually or bulk import all the users, or enable a single sign-on directly connected to your Active Directory, Okta, or third-party systems to single sign-on. Or you can enable self-registration, right, with or without approval from the administrator, right? You can also restrict, let's say, Udit want only PitchGround users to sign in. He's gonna type like, pitchground.com, and then he's gonna save that. So only users with the email pitchground.com can create an account, right? So you can restrict domain in that way also, right? You can also onboard users based to specific groups or force them in a specific group. There are a lot of possibilities here, right? The single sign-on, social, single sign-on possible as well. Customer registration fields, you can create customer registration field, and then you can onboard users with capturing like specific data like phone number, country, or department or office location, anything that you like, right? That can be captured. Single sign-on, we support like SAML 2.0 at this time. You can configure any IDP out there like Active Directory, Okta, Google, anything G Suite or anything of the sort. They can single sign-on from their corporate email address. Braincert would act as a service provider in this case, right? So the notification is the email templates and trigger you see throughout the platform. It's organized for every single course, assessment, and live class as well. So individually, you can control for every single course and assessment, not like globally, right? Whenever an account is created, just notify the user, hey, account has been created. You also can notify the admin and also the specific users and welcome email, all those things you can trigger based on every single action that happens with the platform. Email gets triggered automatically, right, with zero intervention. And yeah, this is one of the extension when you enable it will show up here. You can send messages to users who are logged in at that time. So domain, again, it's going to be a subdomain from the get-go. And then that's like your own domain. And then if you want to map an external domain, you can do that. We'll provide you a free SSL certificate as well. With multi-domains, all the domains will come up here. You can manage all the domains in one place. So e-commerce, we support 5 payment gateways. 4 are shown here. I'll talk about that. We support like PayPal, Stripe, Paystack for Africa, and PayUmoney India. There are a couple of famous payment gateway currently in work. We'll plan to launch it early next year as well. And then based on the payment gateway that is set up, the currency, it's going to show all the currency it supports. You can pick and choose any currency. The products within the platform will reflect the specific currency. Razorpay is also under development. We will launch it pretty soon, and also Paytm. Notification, yeah, whenever the order has been successful, it will send an email to the learners. You can customize the template. So we also have like a group to organize all the users based on the job role or geographic location, department, or country. It's however you want it. You can create groups in such way. And then you can organize the users in specific groups and assign specific contents. As soon as the user, let's say a sales manager login, they're going to see all the courses assigned to the sales manager. He can just start from day one, right? So because it's role-based, he only going to see the courses assigned to that specific user. If you want like a public marketplace, like a course marketplace, you don't want to restrict anything, right? So you just add everything to the catalog. Anyone can come and look at your course and purchase the course, right? So there are a lot of possibilities there. And in terms of the users, we have centralized user management engine. All the users that created using self-registration or single sign-on or bulk user import, everything can be seen here. You can restrict by groups, everything you can do it here. And then, for example, a specific user login, you can see whether they're logged in or whether they're active, and also the audit trail specific to the user, which is a searchable database. All the groups roles they belong to, on the progress, it can track in user level also, correct? And then we have something called roles. Roles is kind of like a security, like a fabric that you can apply to the group, which provides more privileges to a specific user, part of the group, or take away permissions, right? For example, you can create a group for course creators within your organization, but you don't want to give them any other access, such as creating assessments or uploading a content of anything of that sort, right? So you can give them, for example, full control. You don't want them to delete category. You'll give them like change controls. They can create, but they cannot delete. Similarly for instructional levels and so on. There is two different permission layer here, right? So one is shared mode. Let's say if Udit and I create courses, we both can manage each other's courses. But if I want Udit to manage only his own courses, I'm gonna make it restricted, right? So he cannot see my courses and vice versa, right? So in that way, you have better control over all the instructors within the organization, like what they're creating. They're not messing up with others' content. You can enforce like principle of least privilege in this way, right? So yeah, it's very comprehensive. You can design exactly the permission that you want. And also you can force a specific dashboard, right? For example, if anyone with your role login, I want to give them instructor dashboard, not any other dashboard. You can do that way as well, right? And there is also like revenue reports. You can look at the dashboard and orders and everything you can look at. And it also comes with the threaded forums. You can drag and drop, change the order, change the topics. You can also enforce the permissions on a group level. For example, I don't want sales manager to delete any reply. I'm going to make it yes. They cannot delete the discussion. So you can design your own permission for the forums also, right? So that's how it's going to look like. And then we also support a mail relay. You can use Braincert mail server or your own custom mail SMTP mail server, right? So all the mails will go through your own mail server for compliance and any regulatory reasons. Okay, that's the global setting part. Let me quickly go to the marketing aspect of it. So we have something called like landing pages. You can design like very beautiful landing pages for your platform. It comes with some default page. You can also create your own page with the templates that we offer. And then, for example, you can also preview to see how it looks like. Right now we have like 6 templates. We are adding more templates. We have like plans to add like 20 more by mid next year. It's a lot of work in progress, right? So when you start building, let's say test, it's very easy to use tool. You can change the text, change the image. You can upload your own image. And you can also edit the code in the source code level. You can also change the menu, add new menu by cloning, change all the icons. Pretty much you can design everything on the landing page, right? So and then make it your own. And yeah, let me show you one more thing. For example, when you see a landing page, you can also preview how it's going to look like on the mobile device, tablet, or or on a desktop level, right? So that's also comes handy. All right. And we had something called like a pages earlier. So we are going to replace pages with a new feature, what we call like dynamic content pages. So it's kind of like how it's going to look like. This is from a development server. So content pages, it comes with standard pages for about us, contact us, terms of use, privacy policy, which you can customize. You can also create your own content pages. What I meant by that is these are dynamic pages. You don't have to design the same page in every single landing page, because obviously you're going to play around with so many landing pages and you're not satisfied with one page. You're going to play around. You don't want to keep creating the same content again and again in the multiple landing pages. With the dynamic landing pages, you can create once, and then you can add it to any landing page in the header or in the footer. It will adapt itself to the specific template you're using, and then show in that one specific style. So in that way, it's very dynamic, and then it simplifies your content generation process, right? So that's coming your way next week. Actually, by mid next week, you should have this feature. Um, we have something called like global discounts. With the global discounts, you can create a global offer for the entire platform, right? Let's say there is a Thanksgiving sale that is going on. You want to give like 30% offer for all the products in your platform, like courses, assessments, live classes, on store products, everything you can. So that will apply dynamically to all the products that you're offering. You can say the start date and end date, right? And you can also offer that as part of the discount. You can say, hey, only 100 people can redeem this. Or you can also create a specific offer, right? I want to create, hey, I want this create offer only for a course, right? And then create a discount coupon or apply that only to the specific course. You can be very creative here on what type of discount you want to offer, right? So that's available. And then we have a coupon analytics. All the coupon that is generated and redeemed, you see some graphs and dynamic data about the specific coupon that's been consumed. So we offer something called gamification engine to create learner engagement, motivate learners to retain the learners, and so on. So gamifying your platform is a great way to accomplish this, right? You can activate gamification from the extension, enable the reward system, leaderboard system. You can create your own badges. This is also getting a major update next week. You're going to see an entirely new points engine system that will be rolled out mid next week as well. So content pages and point system will be rolled out next week, which is an add-on to the badges system, right? So you can design your own badges and points with the system. Let's say you want to offer a badge, you can choose from our library of badges that we offer, or you can use your own custom badge. You can offer specific points to the badge based on a specific activity they complete, or give them based on the number of points they earn. So there are a lot of opportunity there for learner motivation. And you can also motivate learners to redeem their points, right? What I meant by that, let's say you want to give them 30% discount for all the learners who has like 500 points to purchase any courses in the future. So that's a great way for learners to keep coming back to your platform. Whenever they log in, they get some points. They take a course, they get points. They join a live class, they get some points. They keep on accumulating all these points, which they can use to redeem for future purchases, right? That's a great way to retain customer and also make sales, right? Like encourage people to buy more products within your platform. So that's the reward system is also comes part of it. And we have an online store, which is basically to sell like shippable physical products. All the other digital products are our courses, assessment, live classes, they all are digital products. So you can completely customize your shop with a pickup address, coupons, product categories. You can create a product, with the price, discounts, product image. You can choose from a library, or here in-store pickup, shippable products. So where this will apply in a practical sense is we have a customer, they sell like this courseware to all the high schools in the US, right? They're using our platform. So they are offering like online course, and also they're selling binders, right? So all the teachers in high school, if they want, the binders for this course, they'll go to the course. For example, there's a shop and online the specific catalog, the product, right? And then they get the order, they process the order, they ship the binders to the teachers. So that's a perfect use case, right? How you can use these products. And you can also offer like your coffee mugs, t-shirts, let's say, you can be creative here. So all this thing, you can also track the stock, how many items has been sold, all those things. And let's say you can, once you created, it's going to apply here. It's kind of going to look something like this. Excuse me. You can also add like multiple products to the cart. For the end user, it's going to look slightly different because this is currently logged into the platform. For end users, it shows without any left menu or anything of the sort. When you have something like this, they can check out. They can do billing and everything. They can purchase the product. This is something what we call a unified shopping cart. What I meant by that is you can sell both physical products and also digital products in the same cart, right? So it's a very complex tool. It took a lot of time for us to come up with this feature set. So basically, let's say you want to sell a binder, which is a shippable item, and then you want a digital item like a course, assessment, or live class. A student is adding everything to the cart. He can check out once, right? And then the system knows how to process a physical product, which one to be shipped, and which one is not shippable, and how to process that one, right? Everything can be done in one place. And it also manages the coupon really nicely, right? Whether it's a global discount or individual item discount, it knows how to apply the coupon to a specific product. In that way, you can maximize your sale with just like one shopping cart system. They can add everything, check out once, and they are done with all the right access, right? That's completely possible with the platform. Yeah, you can get coupons, discount, order notification, templates you can customize, and the reports you can customize how it's going to look like. All the orders and everything, they're going to see it here. That's kind of like the overview here. I'm going to pass it to my colleague like Abdul. So he's going to go over the content, assessment and courses, and Rini going to take over the live classes. We'll be here to answer any Q&A at the end of the call. Thanks, everyone. I'll be here. Abdul?
Yeah, hi everyone. Thank you. It's great to connect with you today. All right, so let me quickly go ahead and share my screen with you. All right, hope you guys can see my screen, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Guys, if you're enjoying the webinar so far, make sure to drop in some fire emojis so that we know that you're learning something and you're seeing the power of this particular product. So make sure that you drop in some fire emojis, guys. Come on.
Okay, all right, let me get started with the courses platform. So we are under the courses. So I'm going to click on create a course. So here I am like course instructors here. So I can add course instructors. So you can see like, I have my name here. I am the admin. So let's say if I want to change the instructor name, I can do this. I can choose like, I can click on any groups or something, or simply type the name here for the instructor, select the instructor and add it. So I can either change it or add additional instructors here. Okay, so the self-explanatory options that you can see here, like course title goes here. If you want to sell the courses, you list it in the catalog so that users can see it and they simply go for buying. Course subtitle goes here, then you have the category. So you can categorize courses so that, if you have many courses, users can simply select a specific category and they can go for buying the course. All right, then instructional level, like if it is a beginner, intermediate, or advanced course, you can select it. Show learner count, reviews and rating, commenting system. So we offer both, like, native and as well as discuss. So whatever you're comfortable with, you can use it. Like you can use it native or discuss, and allows the course takers to comment what they like and what they do not like, something. All right, then about the course, either you can add it as a normal text or add it in the HTML format. Okay, and if you have a YouTube or Vimeo link here, you can simply add the links here. Okay, and insert it. Same goes for the instructor. You can add the same thing. We are going ahead with the advanced settings. So here you can see, like, if you want to limit the course enrollments, you can do that, and which will definitely, like, create some curiosity and allows the users to grab the course before it gets filled up.
Yeah, that's kind of like a waiting room. Learners have to wait when the slot is full, and then once somebody like drop off from the course and someone else new can enroll in the course.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right, so the next is like promotional video. So you can add a promotional video that will like buyers will see the promotional video and they'll go for buying it. Okay, in case you're selling the course. Then course highlights goes here. You add all the highlights here, and That's it. You're good to go with, like, either you make it free or paid. If it is an employee training, obviously it's going to be free. If you're selling it, it's going to be paid. All right, so once you click on save, the course will be created. So I go and choose a course that is already created. Okay, so I pick this course. So next thing that you do is, like, you add content to the course. So basically what we do is, like, we offer a universal content library wherein, like, you can add all your content here. um, Let me go to the content library itself. Let me talk about it a little bit. So here you can see, like, you can add content from content of different types. So presentations, documents, video, audio, images. So the file size is also mentioned here. So like presentation is like 300 MB, etc. And you can get all your content from the cloud itself. So let's say you have content in Google Drive, just simply select this and sign into your Google account and fetch all your content from the Google Drive to the LMS easily, seamlessly. All right, then once you add all your content, the content will remain in the LMS and you can simply add the content to the courses. Okay, it's not like you create a course and add content specific to that course. It's not the case. You
Yeah,
have the
it's a
content library. Mhm.
yeah, it's a centralized content library. You can reuse the same video, for example, in multiple courses if you want, right? So that's the advantage of having a centralized content library rather than course-specific content. And also, we support like multiple content, right? Like we can upload content from different sources, like Google Drive, SharePoint, and so on. And also, you can embed all the contents. We have some popular embed sources here, right? So you can embed from YouTube, Vimeo, SlideShare, and Wistia, anything of that sort. You can embed. You can make it part of the lecture, right? And also you can author your own HTML, add an iframe, SCORM content. We support like SCORM 1.2 and 2004 fourth edition content packages. Based on your subscription, you have a specific upload limit. I think plan A is like 300 MB max SCORM file, and plan B and C like 750 MB. That's a lot of file size for uploading a SCORM zip content, right? And in the content library, you can manage all the content in one place. So you can look at all the uploaded content, you can look at the embedded content, SCORM content. The beauty of Braincert is we have something called a fast processing engine. So any content that you upload, within few seconds that get processed and it's made available. It's not like, hey, check back later after 3 hours, your video will be processed. It's not like that, right? Similarly for the same thing, SCORM, even a very complex SCORM file that you upload, we're gonna process it, make it available in the cloud within like less than few seconds, right? Like maximum 10-20 seconds, it will be made available. Yes, so with the video player, you can fast forward the video content. The learners can set their own pace when watching a video in any device. So a lot of features available here, right? For example, Abdul can show you when you're watching a video as a learner, if you want to fast forward, you can fast forward the video, right? Like, so it increases the pace of the the video. So that's our content management system. So any content that you upload, you can reuse that content in assessment courses and also live classes. So that's how it gets tied, right? So you can pull the content from anywhere, test or courses or live sessions, anywhere. Yeah, go ahead, Abdul.
Okay, thank you. All right, so I'll go back to the course. So, okay, so I'll click on more, go to course materials. Okay, so you can see, like, this is where you add your content and it will be available for the learners. So either you add first, what you do is, like, add a chapter to it, and then under chapter, you add lecture. And under lecture, you can add different kind of content. So like, let's say you have content like video, audio, or like PDF, Word document, or SCORM file, or anything, you add content from here. If you want to add test to this lecture, you can add it. You add the live session. So we also offer live session here. My colleague Rini will cover this. So you can also add live session as part of the course itself. Okay, and then we also have, like, add class recording. So let's say you recorded the session and later you want to add that lecture, add that recording as a consumption, the course consumption, like self-paced, you simply select whichever the recording you would like to add and add it. It's that easy. And then you also have an option to add assignment, and then assign, give the assignment to all course takers or specific people. So you can design that as well. So here, all types of content that we offer, and I go on to the next option. Okay, so let me talk about this lecture completion rule. So every lecture will have 3 lecture completion rule. So one is mark as learned checkbox. The other is you enforce users to pass specific test or all tests within the lecture. Unless and until they pass this test or these tests, they will not be able to allowed to move ahead. All right. And then the third option is force them to spend some time on the lecture. So let's say if you want them to spend 60 minutes, you add the number of seconds here. That's it. They'll have to spend in order to move ahead with this lecture. All right. And then also we have an option like drip content. So let's say you set the first lecture as to be available for consumption on day 0. And what you can do is the second lecture, you give them 3 days. So let's say in this case, what happens is users will only be able to see lecture 1. And then after day 3, they'll be able to see lecture 2. So this is how it works. The lecture will drip for them on their date whenever after they are enrolled into the course. Okay, all right. So we move on to the next option, which is adding rules to the course. This is very powerful feature in our platform. So adding the traversal rule. So what you can do in this case is enforce users to go in sequential order. It's not going to lecture 1 and then lecture 3, 5. It will not work that way. So they'll have to go in sequential order. Then we have course completion rule. So how many lectures must be completed in order for the users to finish the course? So you can either select all lectures to be completed or 50% or 75%. Okay, then we have learning path here. So let's say before taking this course, this is an advanced course, for example. So if this is an advanced course, you can force users to finish basic courses first in order to take this one. Okay, so specifically, this is also very useful when you offer course bundles. So the course bundle means you can include multiple courses within a single bundle and offer them as with more discount or something. Okay, and that way you can also create learning paths so that users go in sequential order, take the beginner course first and then intermediate and then go for advanced one. Okay, the next option that we offer is test completion rule. So the users must pass all tests to download certificate, or you either select 50% or 75%. Then we also offer certificate compliance, wherein you expire the course. So let's say you have some updates coming in this course, and you want users to retake the course after a specific date. So you select whichever the date the course will expire, and then you reset the course progress on the next day so that they retake the course and make themselves updated with the changes. All right, that's how you set up the course rules. Now let some of the some people ask today how they can measure the progress. So here we have reports wherein you can track the progress of all the course takers. You can see the progress here. You sort it in ascending or descending order, as you can see. So you can also export the report in CSV, Excel, and PDF format. And here, you pull the reports for specific groups if you like. Okay, type the name of the users, whoever you would like to track the information for. Yeah. And you also have an option to create custom reports. So let's say you click on custom report and you select whichever the users you want to get the report for. Okay, select the users and then select the groups. So let's say if you want the report for specific users. You select the groups, all right, and then select the columns as well, like whichever the columns you want, you select it and you save this report. This report will be available for you whenever you would like to track the information, like go to custom report, select whichever the saved report that you have saved, and then export it. It's that simple. All right, we go on to the next option that we have. So let's say you want to give a lot certificate once users pass or completed the course. So you add your certificate here. If you have your own certificate, you browse and select your PNG and JPG file certificate here, and you check this option like allow students to access the certificate after successful completion of the course. All right, and simply place the parameters at the appropriate place, like you have student name, course name, yeah, and like you can move things around and like place it at the appropriate place.
Yeah, and also you can generate your own certificate number. You can type your suffix and prefix on how the certificate number needs to be generated. So in that way, every certificate is a trackable object within the platform, right? So you can go back and track the certificates that's generated for the customers. And you can also import custom fields within the certificate, which you captured during onboarding process. So if you want to drop in the location of the user or any other tags, you can add the tag. It generates like high quality PDF file as a certificate, which learners can enter.
All right. Yeah. Thank you. So the other options that we offer, so let's say you have you would like to assign this course to specific groups. So you can simply do it. Just select the group whichever you want, and assign this course to specific people. There are multiple ways you can assign courses to users. So you can go to individual users and assign the course. You can assign from here, or you go to the group and simply assign the courses there. So like there are multiple ways. If you would like to clone the course or like add assignment to it, add live session to it. Okay, enroll individual students, you simply select it and like write their email addresses here, or browse the CSV file and have all your email addresses here. Okay, and enrollment status, like who enrolled after say enrolling. Okay, you can see that like with the email that you have enrolled. So you can see track the information here. Email analytics is also available, like how many of them delivered and opened and clicked are all seen here. All right, then we have, let's say you have email enrolled students. So let's say you have the basic course, users took the basic course and you would like to email them with the advanced course link, and then request them to buy the advanced course. So you can simply do that as well, like simply click on enrolled email enrolled students and like send the link for the advanced course. Then we have course notifications here. So these are all like instructor email notifications, but you can also add any users here. So just put a comma here, and let's say if there are mentors or trainers or managers that you like to notify, you simply do that here. Just add the email address here, and you're good to go. Like all these people will be notified. So the notifications are there for notify when a new student enrolls in this course, new payment occurs, when a student finishes the course. So you can edit all the notifications here. Either you edit it in text or you edit it in HTML. It's up to you. Similarly, we have student email notifications and email analytics. Email analytics for like specific action, like when a student enrolls in this course and like when a new payment occurs, additional. I guess we cover everything in the course, so we jump onto the testing platform. We offer pretty robust testing platform here. So let me talk about this with the advanced settings. So test name goes here, as I mentioned in the courses walkthrough, that you can change the instructors here. Okay, so just search the name and change the instructor. List in test catalog. So basically, like the way you can sell courses, in our platform, you can also sell tests as well. So you are offering some kind of certifications or something. You can also sell the course tests as well. So you select this test to be listed in the catalog so that test takers can see it and they can buy the test. All right, the same goes for the test description. You add it in the HTML or add simply the link for YouTube or Vimeo. Test instructions goes here. So if you like to have some instructions for the test, you simply add the instructions here. Okay, we move on to the advanced settings here. We have allow test taker to see answer for each question. We select no for this. We have scoring algorithms available. So we offer 3 different scoring algorithms. One is standard, partial, and adaptive scoring. This is very powerful. So we have standard scoring wherein users will have to go for the normal test. They'll have to choose all the right answers. If they don't select all the right answers, they won't be granted any marks. All right. Then we have partial credit. So let's say you have multiple choice questions and there are 2 right answers for a question. So user has selected only one out of the 2 right answers. So in the partial credit, they will be granted some credit as the name suggests. Then we have adaptive scoring algorithm here. So this is kind of very dynamic scoring algorithm wherein the test taker will get the medium difficulty question first. If he answered that right, the next question will be more difficult. If he couldn't answer a difficult question, he'll be pushed back to an easy one. So this cycle will continue until the test finishes. And in the end, his marks will be calculated based on the difficult question attempts that he has made. All right. So in the end, difficult questions, he will get marks based on the difficult question attempts. I hope I made it easy for you to understand it.
Just to add to what Abdullah's mentioned, adaptive scoring is very similar to your CAT type of test, like GRE, TOEFL, if you're taking it. It adapts to the test taker's ability to answer a specific question, right? So if 2 people sit next to each other, the score is going to be different and the experience is going to be different when it's adaptive scoring.
Thank you, Yasin. We have the next options self-explanatory options, in fact, allow user to resume test session, yes or no, show result to candidate, log down functionality, enrollment limit, show attempts count, time-based, allotted time, allow test taker to review answers after finishing the test, passing percentage. So you set up the passing percentage, whatever you would like to set here. That's it. You are set to create the test. If the test is part of the course, then you simply make it free. Or if you're offering some kind of certification, you make the test as paid. Okay, so we move on to the next option. I'll go to the test that is already created. So, okay. So the next thing that definitely that you'd like to do is add questions to the test. So we offer 10 different question types. Let me quickly show you here. So we offer fill in the blanks, multiple choice, multiple true false, multiple answer. So true false, drag drop, audio, video, free text, essay type questions.
Yeah, all open and close-ended questions are supported. For example, free text and essay are open-ended questions. They are fully supported. So all the other test questions are graded automatically. When you have open-ended question like essay, instructor will be notified. They have to manually go and choose a scoring for the specific question by setting the question rubric. Based on that, yes, final score will be populated.
Thank you. We have the option to select the difficulty level here. Then type the answer choices. So let me quickly select multiple choice. So you simply add new, and select whichever the right answer is with the radio button here, or insert the YouTube or Vimeo link here. If you'd like to include it in the demo, you simply do that, and yeah, that's it. You are good to add the question. So let's say you have a lot of questions and you do not want to add one by one. Then you simply go ahead and import it via CSV file. And it's very easy to upload questions via CSV file because we have the CSV file available here and the clear instructions. So 1 goes for fill in the blanks, 2 goes for multiple choice, 3 for multiple true false, It goes like this. The number, with the number goes the right type of question, like 5 goes for true, false. And objective, let's say you have multiple objectives, you have like, objective IDs here. You just simply put these objective IDs and like upload the CSV file, and like hundreds of questions can be uploaded within few minutes. All right, then we also offer test delivery settings like let's say you have pool of questions like 100, 200, and you'd like to present like 30 questions out of the pool. So you simply do that and like randomize question order, randomize answer choices, even distribution of questions from each objective, and even distribution of questions based on difficulty level. And you even select the difficulty level here, like how much easy should go, how much below average, average, above average. So you select the percentage here. Yeah, that's it. Like, about like, test delivery settings. Then we have like, we offer like, an option wherein like, instructors can rate a question. So let's say this question, I'd like to rate it like, 3 stars. Okay. Similarly, my other colleagues can also rate this question, and all can be seen here, like what is the health of the question, like how what stars everyone marked here. Like some people marked it 4-star out of 5, 3-star out of 5. So I can gauge this and like maybe think of changing the question or like removing the question altogether.
Absolutely. So this is very important when you're offering any assessment, that you want to maintain the health and quality of the question, right? So whether it's too easy for the candidate or it's too difficult. So all this rating would help you to go and revise the content periodically. That's very important when whether you're doing pre-testing or post-testing or pre-hire testing, skills improvement or employee evaluation. This is extremely important to maintain very high quality questions. Go ahead.
Perfect. Then we also offer like, run analysis. So this will actually give you the clear picture about the health of the test, like how is the test performing. So let's say here, like, question analysis, average score you can see here, possible questions are there, then completed attempts and average time spent. This is also visible, like, how much time every test taker is spending, like average. Then we have like, discrimination and difficulty level here. Like you can see the health of the question. So let's say this question, true, false, this needs review. Why this question needs review? You can see here, like, out of the 30 attempts, 27 times this question was right. So definitely, like, this puts this question in doubt, like whether this is a good question or not. So definitely it is not. This needs to be reviewed because it's too easy for the test takers. Similarly, like, we will also have an option wherein like more number of time the question will be wrong versus right. So in that case also the question needs to be reviewed. Okay, I don't see that here. I'm sorry, but you will get that. We have that as also. Okay.
It's the discrimination index and all those things for the question. Yeah.
I'm sorry, Yasin?
No, it checks the discrimination index, other data available for the run analysis.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right. Perfect. Then we go on to the you can add certificate as we mentioned in the courses platform. You can assign this test to a specific group if you like. All right. Then we talk about the shareable link. So basically, like, you have some customers, you have partners, and you would like to take them. You'd like to take some. You'd like to have them take some assessments. All right. So what you do is like, you create a link and you share this link with them. They don't need to log into the platform. At the same time, you will have the data within the LMS, like, how much they scored, what questions they went wrong or something. So you give the link name, you select the time zone, and you select the date from which this link will be active, and you select the end date. This link will expire. Then number of attempts here, you select 1 or 2, and then password protection. You select the password and you share the password with them. and record the test taker's IP address. Okay, and then redirect URL. So once they finish the test, you can redirect them to a specific page of yours. Okay, so that's how, like, this is very helpful, like, when you do not want to create an account for the user, for the partners or customers, and just take the test from them.
Yeah, so this is what we call like a shareable test links. Learners don't need to log into the platform, so they can simply share the link, or they can securely take the exam or an assessment, whether it's for pre-hiring or partner or customer testing, and then the test report will be recorded in your LMS platform, right? There is no limit on number of non-shareable tests. Non-shareables are the ones learners will log in and take within your platform. You can create any number of assessment and any number of test attempts are allowed. Shareable links, there is a attempt limit, like, that's part of every plan. You can see in the plan description page how many links that you can generate and share it with external partner or customer, right? So that's the limit only for the shareable test.
Mm-hmm. Perfect. Then we talk about the reports. Okay. So here you can see, like, how many attempts were made overall, or like today, week, months, you can select it. Then you can see, like, you can pull the reports for based on specific group if you like. Then we also offer an option here, like, okay, so let's say some test takers, they have attempted essay type questions, open-ended questions. Okay, so definitely, like, those cannot be marked as soon as they are done. So instructor will have to grade the question. So simply the instructor goes here and select, like, whichever, like, the best suited the answer. So 1, like 0 goes for like is completely irrelevant, and then 4 goes for like clearly demonstrates an understanding of the task. So instructor can grade the questions here. Like, not only that, actually every question can be marked as correct or incorrect. So that's how, like, instructor can grade the test, pull the reports.
Can you click on one of the final score, the one next to it?
Okay.
Yeah, so this is how the final score would populate in learner's end. It's very professional scoring page, and also it shows the category or objective level breakdown score. So if you have like 5 categories in a math test, like algebra or all those things, right? It shows the category level score, so you can accurately measure the strength and weaknesses of the test taker, right? And also it has a history of how many time he has taken, and all the reports are available as well.
Mm-hmm. So if you give the option to the test taker to review the test answers, this is how they can review it. So they can see here, like, how many of them, how many questions they have marked as correct, incorrect, unanswered. They can, like, check information here. All right, so I guess we covered almost everything here. So email individual students, manage enrolled students, email prospective students. So this can also be done. Test notifications here. So as I mentioned, like, if you'd like to notify any additional people, you simply add the email addresses here. That's it. All those people will be notified.
These are all the triggers, any action that is happening within the platform, whether a learner enrolled in a test, or he paid for a course, or he passed a test, or a failed a test. All those things can be, or an open-ended test has been completed, an instructor can be notified. And for students, you can also send specific email notification, right? Whenever they enroll in a test, or pass a test, fail a test, or the score is waiting for open-ended question. So you can send all those email triggers for the learners as well.
Okay, I guess we have completed everything here. That's it for the courses and testing platform. We talked about the course bundles as well. Like, you can club multiple courses within a bundle and offer with more discount probably for the buyers. Yep. I think that's it from my now. Yasin, am I missing anything here?
Yeah, I think that's fine. It's a very high level overview, right? So maybe we can show we are already well past the 1 hour mark. So let's quickly cover the virtual classroom. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, sure. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Yeah,
Thanks, Abdul.
the software is so intense that I wanted to ask so many questions, but we're still in the demo. All right, let's move on.
Sure. Thank you then.
Yeah, we'll try our best to wrap up virtual classroom in like 10 minutes, and then we can open up for Q&A.
Yeah, we probably have around like 100 questions already.
All right, sounds good. Rini?
Abdul, can you please stop sharing your screen so you can? Thank you. Thank you, Abdul. Hope everyone can see my screen. So our virtual classroom is a collaborative online, so you can have live sessions and you can use it for webinars too. So you can select, so we do support 10 different data locations. So you'll support, it will work in low latency and it will be very stable in connectivity. It is up to 99.9% uptime. Or else you can leave it as auto select data center. So it will select based on your latency, it will select the data center which is preferred to your location, and you can add this to your catalog, and you can have your title and date, and you can also set your time zone, and you'll also have an interface language setting. So we do support 50 interface languages, so you can enable them for the attendees to change their languages inside the virtual classroom, and you can add your descriptions as well. And you can also have your recording options here, so it can be recorded manually or you can use it for automatic recording. Even you can also use it for standard view of recording, so only the whiteboard and videos and chats will be captured, or you can have your enhanced whiteboard of the screen of the virtual classroom. And you can also set your delivery settings, so multiple videos, or if you need a single file videos. And you can also have an recurring options availability, so you can select whenever the class should be repeated. So it will automatically go and sit on their particular calendar options here. So they would be notified when it is being recorded. So you can also schedule the classes. So this is how the virtual classroom will appear. So here you could find the different types of tools has been available here. Access tool, and you'll also have text tools. And you'll have like student availability. Suppose if you want to have any mathematical calculations, you can just simply add. So it will calculate whatever has been available. And you
Yeah,
can also
that's
have your
LaTeX equation editor. You can pick and choose or construct your own equation. It's great for teaching maths or anything of that sort. You have all the equations right on the whiteboard. And then just to highlight, I don't want to hijack Rini's presentation, just to highlight on Wolfram Alpha. So we have a Wolfram Alpha knowledge engine that comes integrated. So all the world's fact is in your fingertip, right? You can ask, you can try the examples, or you can type anything in the search box and click on search. So for example, just click anything, Rini. Yeah. So let's say when you're searching for Ohm's law, and then it shows everything about that specific query that you asked for, right? It gives a visual representation on the whiteboard, and it's also a real-time engine, right? So what I meant by that, you can ask like, hey, how much is 289 multiplied by 389, or what is the mortgage rate in Virginia, and what is his flight status, and how big is this tower? Anything that you ask, think of your iPhone Siri, but it's visually on your whiteboard, right? So that's how powerful this integration is. And it comes standard in our virtual classroom. Go ahead, Rani. Thank you.
Yes. And you can also change the background of the white paper. Suppose if you want to teach any graph similar to that, you can just use the background of the white paper. And you'll have different types of, you can have a number of whiteboards availability. So each whiteboard, you can export them in terms of PDF files or images. And here you'll have a list of polling options. Suppose if you need to ask any questions during the session to your students, you can use this polling option. And you'll also have a document tool. So it can either upload from the Google Docs, or you can upload that from your library. So we have library options available in the UTP platform. You can use that, or you can upload from your computer, or you can upload from the cloud storage. So you can have different types of embedded content. So you can just upload that.
Yeah, so just one thing to note, if whenever there is a larger documents, right, like 20 MB, 30 MB PDF file, PowerPoint file, like if you have everything already uploaded in your content library, the centralized content library, you can just go click and pull it and, just load one. Yeah, so you can see how fast that content gets loaded here, right? And you can also annotate on top of the document. You can draw, annotate, you can rotate the document, you can stretch the document to full screen on the whiteboard. You can do all those things with the document tool, right? It's very intuitive. And also it has a group screen sharing. You can allow group screen sharing for multiple learners. They all, let's say 5 people can share the screen. You can switch back and forth between the whiteboards and then the whiteboard content or shared screens. You can also annotate on top of shared screen as well. Not just the document, you can also annotate over the screen sharing content, right? So that's absolutely possible here. Yeah, you cannot share a virtual classroom inside a virtual classroom. That will create a loop. So that's very standard with any other platform. Just make sure you share only a specific browser tab or application. Go ahead, Rani. Thank you.
Okay. And you'll also have in video option, so you can upload YouTube via link or Vimeo video. So it is being stable. We do provide with 256-bit encrypted, so you can have live streams, and you can also provide them and allow an attendees option. So you can have an eye on your students, so they couldn't able to fast forward the particular video. And you can have different types of chat option. This option would be a private chat option. I mean the public chat option, and here you can have a private chat option. You can just simply click on the students and you can chat with them privately. Suppose if you want to share students in terms of share screens or any other tools access, you can simply go to this attendees list and you can just share them. So automatically they will get a pop-up notification, so they can enable that, they can share their screen. Similarly, you can it will be available for each and every person. And you'll have you can have a number of breakout rooms. Suppose if you have different persons available in particular virtual classroom, if you want to provide them a different whiteboard access, you can simply drag and drop in different break room, and you can offer them any as an assessment or assignment similar to that. So you can have a number of
this is really great if you want to break a larger room into smaller breakout rooms. Let's say you have an audience of 30 students, you want to break them into 3 rooms, 10 each with their own instructor. You can perfectly do that with our breakout rooms. That's a great way to collaborate as well. Giving like individual or group level attention, that's possible as well.
Yeah. And if you want to get chat with a particular person, you can simply go to the chat option and you can type a broadcast message here. So, and you can add whatever messages you need. Automatically, the messages will be sent for every person who are there in different break rooms. And even you can also upload any files if you need it. So you can just upload there. And you can also have a different type of code editor options available. And you can enable or disable lock functionality. So if you disable this lock functionality, the students can also get annotated and they can also start writing the code on the particular page. So you can also have a number of code page editor here. So
right. It's a collaborative code editor. It supports several languages like PHP, CSS, Python, and everything. And also it shows you whether the code is right or wrong. You can choose a color theme, key map, like ID style. You can choose. You can lock the icon so the learner can also code with the instructor. You can also pop out, enlarge that over the whiteboard screen with an expand. So then it becomes like a code editor tool, right? So that's also comes built in. And in terms of the videos, you can have Zoom is primarily, we keep getting the question, Zoom is primarily designed for video conferencing. It's really great. If your goal is to just do the video conferencing, Zoom is an excellent tool. Ours is a virtual classroom. There's a huge difference, right? This is used for tutoring or teaching, anything, all those use cases. You can use this. You can see all the whiteboards in come with it, or the Wolfram Alpha. So it's specifically, suitable for training purposes, right? It also has an enlarged video conference mode. When you switch it, it becomes like Zoom. You can just use it as a video conferencing tool, or you can pop out as a full screen, or you bring it bottom of the whiteboard. You can be very creative on how you want to deliver it, right? So it's very modular architecture. You can just pop out, push it right, left, bottom, wherever you would like it, right? So just want to highlight that. And also, if you click, Rini, if you click on the settings icon on the left top,
Yeah.
so we support something called simulcast, which automatically adapts to your bitrate and network condition. And even if you're in a bad 3G phone, it will try its best to offer optimal audio and video performance. You can also do a connection test, screen, server test, all those things you can do. We offer 16:9 aspect ratio for both video and also the whiteboard. What I meant by that is majority of the platforms, they offer like 4:16, which is like if you're watching the same session in your mobile phone, a lot of data would be cut off on the mobile phone. It's not like what you see on the desktop is the same on the mobile device. With 16:9 aspect ratio, we truly deliver the same content the instructor is presenting on any device, whether it's a tablet or a mobile phone, right? It applies to both video and also the whiteboard. Whiteboard by default is 16:9. This is specifically if you want your video to be 16:9, you can do that also, right? And also it comes with 15 different 50 different human translated languages, and learners can pick and choose their own language here. And also it supports RTL. If you choose Arabic, the entire interface shift from right to left, right? So as you can see it here, hopefully Rini can click and bring it back to English, because yeah, just find it. Yeah, and then it shifts, right? And then you have other admin specific option like hide chat to attendees. You don't want to give them chat option, or attendee list. You don't want them to see the attendee list. You can hide it. All the learners, attendees, they can also report any problem. Let's say they have some type of issue connecting or an audio issue, they can report it. It says senses the session debug log data to our engineering team. This is kind of like a managed service, right? As soon as a problem is reported, our managed service team is going to look at it, and we're going to help the learner out, right? It's kind of happens in the background. It's like you have your own support team, working with you, right? So that's the tool overall. I think we covered a lot on the virtual classroom and the platform wise. We can take the Q&A. So we don't want to make a lot of people wait on a Saturday.
Wow, that was just crazy, Yassine. I think for the last, 1.5 hours, we have been just talking about the features, right? We haven't spoken about anything else, and I think this is literally mind blown. If you are not getting the lifetime deal for Braincert, I don't know, right? Like you're probably missing out something incredibly crazy in your life, and you're kind of like overpaying for all of these other tools. More importantly, it's mature as heck, right? I can't use the word F over here, but it's mature.
Yeah, just want to add to what Udit has mentioned. We've been here since 2013. And one of the main reasons we are doing this LTD is for brand awareness and social media attraction. Over the years, we focus a lot on product development, on all those aspects. A lot of people don't know Braincert. That is the only reason we want to give the product to you, even if it's a LTD or one-time cost. We want you to use the product and spread the word. That's the only reason we are doing this.
And this is exactly the reason why it's the product of the year, guys. Do not miss out, right? This is such a beautiful product. We're going to be diving into questions, right? There's probably more than 100 questions. So I'm going to try my best to shoot up questions to you, Yassine, and let's see if we can answer as many as possible in as less time as possible at the same time. So the very first question is, how is Braincert compared to Kajabi?
Yeah, Kajabi is a great platform. They offer like several products, and it's specifically tailored for marketing and selling specific products. We are a collaborative learning platform, right? So we go beyond courses. The course is just one aspect of it, right? Kajabi doesn't offer assessment. They don't offer an integrated virtual classroom. They don't offer gamification. I don't know if they are SOC 2 Type 2 certified or ISO 27000 compliant, whether they're HIPAA compliant. So your use case is completely different. You can do everything you do with Kajabi with Braincert, by selling products and courses, and go beyond that by selling assessments improve gamified learning experience, or use a virtual classroom, you can use a lot of tools with Braincert.
Perfect, perfect. Next question is, when is the new UI going live?
Yeah, so the LMS is kind of like in our enterprise type of UI we adopted. The work is in progress with it, so we are looking at like Q2. Realistically, it is a lot of work because every single thing needs to be migrated over to the new UI. So mid next year, you're looking at a new UI for the LMS platform. But the virtual classroom has a new UI already, and the course catalog, all those things has a new UI already because we use different templating system. So for the core LMS platform for the admin and the learners, we are working on it. It will be there in Q2.
Awesome, guys. Remember that it's an enterprise grade product. So UI updates will take a little time because it took 1.5 hours just to do the demo. So you can imagine how much time it will take to move every single piece to the new UI. Our next question coming in is, what are the integrations available for email marketing right now?
Yeah, so you can use any of your SMTP mail relay, whether it's a Mailgun or anything that you can use with a custom SMTP mail server. There are a couple of integrations in our extensions marketplace. We support like MailChimp. You can it's a direct integration. You can offload all the learners to a MailChimp specific list. You can send if you want to send emails from there. And also we support Zapier. So anytime a learner enrolls a course or completes a course, you can trigger a Zapier event and send an email through your Sendinblue or any type of or HubSpot or any mail system that you can use, right? For any marketing automation tool you can use through Zapier. We are working on Pobly. Hopefully early next year we can offer Pobly as well, standard for all the 3 plans. Right now Zapier is offered only in plan B and C.
Awesome, perfect. Moving on to the next question. What kind of triggers is available inside Braincert to follow up with student progress?
Yeah, we've shown all the triggers, which is on the account level, on the course, on assessment level, on the live class level. You can automatically trigger everything. It is out of the box feature. Anytime a student enrolled in a course, pass a test, or finish or place an order, you can trigger automated emails in that manner. But all this is also available in Zapier. You can also use third-party system to do this.
Okay, perfect. The next question is, can we have a leaderboard by organization? I have students enrolled by group, institution, and the manager of each group want to know how the staff perform. Can it be done?
So we have a group level admin reports, a separate task. Internally, it is halfway done. So we have shown you groups, right? In every group, you can promote one of them as a manager. For example, when they log in, they see as a new dashboard called manager dashboard. So it will show all the learners part of the group. What are the performance? What they've been doing? This is great for managers to go assess their own team. So that's one of the tasks is currently in progress. For leaderboard, it's coming from a bigger gamification. It shows for the entire platform. We haven't thought about restricting it to specific groups, but we have a public roadmap. Please go and recommend it there. We will see if we can pick it up.
Perfect. Quick question coming in. Can you tell me a bit about your team? I think we did mention, and we start with this, there is a team of 20 people working on Braincert. Next question, a follow-up question coming in. Is it self-funded?
Right now, we are self-funded. We have a lot of opportunities for funding, but we just want to slow it down a little bit further because anytime we go early, we lose a lot of equity, and anyone in the fundraising phase would know. But we are financially sufficient, and we are bootstrapped. We take care of all our expenses. We spend like 50K for compliance and security, and for our hosting is a lot of cost we pay every month, because we run data centers in 10 global locations. You can look at all the cost, and our MRR and ARR pretty much takes care of everything. We are financially sufficient, even if we want for the next 2-3 years. But we just want to slow it down a little bit further so we can go for the right investor.
Perfect. Moving on to the next question. We've already answered the UI part. Do you have integration with Zoho Mail?
Yeah, that's again an SMTP, right? So you can use our SMTP relay if your whole purpose is using Zoho Mail to send it out. Just talking about Zoho, I'm a big admirer of Zoho CEO. Entire company, $1 billion company, it's self-funded, right? So I really admire what he has done. We are trying to follow something along his footsteps. Let's see how it goes.
Absolutely. We're trying to do the same, like we're trying to remain bootstrap. We're just hoping that all of you would support us. You would all buy Braincert, and this way we can just keep getting amazing stuff for you guys, because when you have things in control, you can take better decisions for the customers. But the moment you try to onboard investors, it sounds great and fancy, but also at the same time, you lose control over the things that you can do for the customers. So there's always that trade-off that you have to imagine. But at the same time, it's been 9 years since they have been there. So they've been doing extremely, extremely well, and they're growing. And we hope more and more people would jump on this particular deal and would support us. Moving on to the next question, is there an open API for Braincert?
Yeah, while we are working on Zapier, we already created an API, an internal API for all the triggers we have done for Zapier. It is available as an API, but it's not launched yet. So we got like sidetracked and we started focusing a lot of AI, ML, and a few other internal initiatives. It wasn't like prioritized, but we're gonna focus more on that, like the API and the webhooks. We're looking at like Q1, maybe by February, March. You should have that.
Awesome. One of the most common question coming in from people is, what about the mobile app, right? Or is that deal included, and how is that going to work out?
Yeah, so we're gonna create this app which is common for all the platforms, which is kind of like a generic, but it's gonna reflect your own branding and white label. As soon as you type your domain ID or domain name, learners can download the app. When they log in, they set your domain ID. It becomes white label for your specific domain. They see all the learner activities. They can take the courses. We are also looking at offline content, like downloading all the videos to the data store. They can also clear it out. If you are like traveling, you can also take courses offline. Payment is another popular question. Apple takes like 30% commission. We are also looking at few creative ways to how we can do this. So the app is kind of like 50-60% ready. We're still working on it, working on a lot of themes and layouts. Hopefully we can get it to you like in Q1.
Awesome. I think that will be a great news. I think everyone should be like pretty happy about that one. Moving on to the next question. The next question is, when are you going to again support LATAM? LATAM countries?
Yeah, I think that's the payment gateway, I guess. Like, yeah, please add it in the roadmap. So right now we are working on Razorpay and Paytm and any other international payment gateway. Everybody is asking for their own payment gateway, like for every single country, right? So we thought like Stripe and PayPal is kind of like major. They cover majority of this broader payment landscape. If you have anything like very niche or specific to your country, just please feel free to add it. We would love to offer all the features, but we also need to increase our priorities, right? There are so many things in the backlog. We are looking at one by one based on the upwards in the roadmap. We're gonna take it up.
Absolutely. Moving on to the next question. Can we have a freemium course, a couple of free courses, and then pay to access advanced classes?
Absolutely, you can do that, right? So we have like a free and paid concept for all the courses. Even in a specific course, you can offer, like, for example, the first lecture as a freemium, right? So, hey, before buying the course, you can look at the free video. And then if you like the video, then you go buy the course. That's the same apply to the assessment also. You can give them like 10 questions for free. If they like it, they go and unlock the full assessment, right? So you can completely do that with our platform. It is designed for this specific case only.
Perfect. Moving on to the next question. What kind of course materials can be shared with students?
Yeah, so you have assignment, right? I think Abdul missed that part. So you can create assignment in a course and assign to specific learners or a group. They can come and answer the assignment. They can share documents with you. You can share documents with the learner through assignment, or you can send it through email. When you're sending email, there are a lot of ways you can do this, the sharing. And also, for example, you're recording a virtual classroom session. You can also share that session video with all the course people enrolled in a course. Or you can also share that with a secure link with a password protected token. You can share that with the learners. There are multiple ways you can do that.
Perfect. Moving on to the next follow-up question. Does it have exam assessment mode to evaluate students?
Absolutely. That's where the adaptive scoring comes into the play. You turn on the assessment, adaptive scoring. It won't show any answers. You can also turn off reviewing the answer at the end of the session. Learner can also interrupt, the browser crash, computer crash, they can come back and resume from exactly where they left off the session. You can use it just for delivering certification exams. A lot of customers actually doing that.
Awesome, brilliant. Moving on to the next question. Can we create multiple rooms till max limit is reach? And can the teacher or the students have basically the question is around, I think, breakout room.
Yeah, so I think for the virtual classroom, it comes with a limit, right? Obviously, we cannot offer you everything unlimited. There are restrictions on how many minutes you can consume in a month. It's a monthly limit. Let's say plan B or C, it comes with 30,000 virtual classroom minutes. So you can launch any number of rooms within that limit, right? You can, let's say weekends are not very busy, you launch like 2 rooms. Monday is a busy day, you launch like 10 rooms at the same time. But 30,000 minutes is a lot of minutes, you know, for like a moderate instructions for teaching practice. Like if you're like very busy, then you may need more minutes. You can always reach out to us. We'll give you a custom code only for the minutes that you want to purchase addition, not for the LTD that you already paid. Any limit increase, we can give you a specific code only for the limit increase. You can do that. Breakout room, I think up to 10 breakout rooms you can launch within a main room.
Wow, that's pretty crazy. Next question probably is already coming as mentioned in Q1. The next is, can we give this is a very interesting question. Can we give discounts on the basis of point that the students score?
Yeah, so that's what we showed in one of the gamification. It has a reward system. You can go and enable reward system with a specific percentage you want to give as a reward. When you enable that, learners can redeem points to purchase new courses or enroll in a course.
I think we should start asking what's not there in Braincert now.
Absolutely.
All right, I'm going to move on to the next question. What's the lockdown functionality?
Yeah, lockdown functionality basically stops like right click, print screen, and some of the basic operation. It takes care of that.
Perfect. Next question: can we just integrate Zoom along with the built-in virtual classroom?
Yeah, the Zoom integration is already in the pipeline. We as a product creators, we invested a lot in our virtual classroom technology. We are one of the early pioneers in virtual classroom. We launched in 2014 when HTML5 just coming up. And we run one of the biggest robotics data center in 10 global locations. Since we were like so proud of what we have built, we never wanted to give third-party integrations. But due to popular demand, like a lot of people asking, hey, can you also give a Zoom integration? We are actually working on it. You can see that in a roadmap that in progress state. We'll try to get that to you as early as we can.
Awesome. Moving on to the next question. Can I curve the score if class average is below passing?
Could you please repeat that question, Udit?
Can I curve the score if the curve?
What
Yeah, that's what it's. I'm not sure, but that's what it's written. Can I curve the score if the class average is below passing?
I really don't understand what the curve means. Maybe if you can elaborate.
Ask this question, can you just reframe this question?
Yeah.
What do you mean by curve? Moving on to the next question. Are there any tools to block students from recording sessions?
Recording, you mean the live classroom sessions or what session? Is it course or assessment?
Yeah, I think probably most likely what usually happens with a lot of LMSs otherwise is people would jump on, they would just download the course and they would just share it across, or they would just try to like do some sort of a recording or something, and
absolutely. So there is some level of security with our content itself, right? Like we encrypt all the content, we also sign all the content with time-based tokens. Even if we have like network sniffers, you try to find the link or the video streaming everything, it won't work after a few minutes because the token would expire, so the content won't be available. So that's the level of security we have. But still, you cannot prevent any savvy users using cell phone and recording it, right? Like no technology in the world that can stop anyone using cell phones and recording a screen. But we have security like what we think can satisfy the requirement. But again, there are some cases that you cannot, right?
Great. Next question, what data security and encryption model you're using right now?
Data encryption?
Yeah, data encryption and data security model that you're using right now.
Yeah, so we shown the security page in our website. We have a comprehensive security and compliance posture. So all the data is encrypted in transit and rest. In transit, we use minimum TLS 1.2 and highest TLS 1.3, which we use today. And we use like a KMS, customer managed keys in AWS to encrypt our data. Whether EBS, block store, RAID3, everything we encrypt. And yeah, and also database and all the data stores we encrypt as well. So we use encryption wherever we can.
Awesome. Moving on to the next question. Can we get expertise on experienced professionals through the platform?
Experience. I'm not getting the question.
Dinesh, we're not very sure with your question. Can you just reframe the question? We'll move on to the next one. With Zoom integration, will there be an option to record meetings and make it available for the users automatically?
I believe so. Like they have an API. With the API, we should be able to pull with your security
Yeah, there is a
token.
recording API.
Yeah. So we should be able to pull and show it to you, correct? And then you can add it to your course or share it with your learners. It should be possible.
Perfect. I'll move on to the next question. A lot of options and possibilities, especially interesting for Norbert. Mixed training approaches for classes, meetups, online workshops, e-learning, on-site class trainings. Could you walk us through with an hypothetical example on a mix of approaches and how Braincert would support that? Example, do an online webinar, lead part of them to an e-learning and a live training, then assign exercises, tasks, and certify them.
I mean, that is where the Braincert unified training platform will play a big role here, right? Because it can do so many things at the same time. Every platform or tool will work independent of each other, or they can also complement each other. You can have like courses or a course bundle or a learning path or an assessment that you can sell, or a webinar or a live class. People can enroll, just pay for the live webinar or a live class for just attend 60 minutes, or you add everything to your course and send it as a bundle. You can be very creative on what you want to do with Braincert. Whatever you said is completely possible. Or you purely use that for employee or customer training, partner training without collecting any fee, right? With groups and roles, you can say like which employee can see what content, right? So the platform is made for both course creators, individual course creators, entrepreneurs, coaches, and also businesses or enterprises who want to do employee training, partner training, or customer training.
Awesome. Moving on to the next question. How many custom domains can we associate in tier 1?
Yeah, tier 1 is just one domain. It comes with it that is mapped to the pro plan in a very small business in our pricing page. And there is another tab called most business that the gold plan is mapped to plan B and C in PitchGround. So plan B comes with 5 domains, each with 250 active users. Each domain with 250 active users is not like shared across all the domains. So you're talking about 1250 active users. Similarly for Plan C is 300 active users per domain. So 10 domains, you're looking at 3,000 active users. That's actually a lot of users who can log in concurrently in a given second, right? So you may not max out unless you have like millions and millions of learners or you are a big university or running a big program, right? So I think the limits are sufficient. Only virtual classroom, if you need it, hey, we need more minutes, we are always here to give you a better code.
Yeah, and also that also means you're going to be making millions of dollars, So moving on to the next question.
Yeah.
If we have several domains connected, does it support different brands learner dashboard for every domain? Absolutely, Mirat. Moving on to the next question is from Roy. Does the system support referral program?
Yeah, so that is something that we are working on it, which is the affiliate marketing. We are working on a native affiliate marketing program. We can share the referral link, so you can pay commission for any learners who enroll. It's something that we're working on it. It hasn't launched yet. We're also trying to squeeze in for next year's release.
So moving on to the next question.
Same thing with the blog also. Blog is like already done. Internal mailing system is already done. But because based on priorities, we are not like fully tested. A lot of tools that we are talking about, which is already done in our development system, it's sitting there because it's not been prioritized. So we're going to prioritize one at a time and release it. because without proper testing, we cannot push it to any of the production servers, and we have so many data center location. It takes a lot of testing. Even if we release one line of code, it takes like days and days of testing from our side to push it through our CI/CD pipeline. That's the reason a lot of tasks already done is still sitting there because it's not fully tested, so we cannot roll it out to customers.
Great. So we have the follow-up question regarding the curve question that we had. So the person is saying that curve means that when you increase everyone's score by X amount of points so that the class average is passing. It's something teachers do in the US when they accidentally made the test too hard and the class fails.
I think, it's interesting. I think it should be possible, but yeah, if you can connect with us later to our support team, we should be able to dive deeper and see how we can look at the use case.
Got it. This is a very specific sort of niche use case. So just reach out to brand support team over chat, and they should be able to help you out with that. Our next question coming in is from Hansel. He's asking, Apple charges 30% commission on all the payments made through iOS app. So is there an option plan that will not show specific courses pricing on the iOS app?
Yeah, we looked at that. I think I already spoke about that specific Apple charges. It is possible, so you can also lock in all the payment you have to do through the desktop browser, and then mobile app is just for taking the courses, not for purchasing any courses. We are looking at creative ways, like whether to offer it as an option or we took all the data points. We're gonna look into it. Thank you.
Awesome. Next question is there an active concurrent users limit on plan A? How much it would cost to increase the concurrent users on the other plans?
Yeah, there is no limit on plan A because it's designed for very small business, like individual instructors, course creator, coaches. It's specifically made for delivering courses, assessment, live classes, and so on, but it doesn't have a lot of capabilities like groups, roles, SAML, and group segmentation, and a lot of AML initiatives that we are doing that will be offered only on the higher, LMS-based plans like gold plans that we have.
In short, it's not an enterprise plan, basically.
Yeah, basically enterprise plans are segmented by like active users, the restriction. There is concurrent user who can sign in a given second at any given time. Most of the time, like 250 or 300 is more than enough for people of 10,000 to 20,000 employee company. But if you think that you're hitting that limit too often, like you're a large organization, we can work with you and give you a code for your blocks of 250 or 100 active users.
Awesome.
It's not going to be very expensive because you already have an LTD. You're only paying for the specific active users.
Perfect. Moving on to the next question. Are there any blog options coming in so that people can just blog inside?
Yeah, that's also already done. It's not released yet. The blogs mailing system, they all will be like pushed out soon.
Awesome. It's coming soon, Hansel. Is there a referral and loyalty point system?
Yeah, I think we have the affiliate thing I talked about that we'll be launching affiliate links. The point system, I think the gamification is what we have today, where learners can redeem the points for rewards. I think combination of these two, you can get things done.
Perfect. Next question is, can we create segment for different participants, like in-house training for company staff, courses for my clients, and webinars to pitch to the public?
Yeah, you organize all these users in different groups. Each group can have its own users, courses, assessment, live classes. And when the group user log in, they only see the content that's assigned to the group, not anything else. So either way you can accomplish that.
The other option is get the top plan and just set up 3 different subdomains. That's basically like 3 different universities, one for your team, one for your client, and one for webinars. Now that makes it a lot more easier for you to start segmenting things.
Yeah, the multiple domains. Yeah, you can have like multiple different landing pages, like a learning path, so that you can get a unique experience for each domain when people come in. So you can segment that way also, like Udit mentioned.
Perfect. Next question coming is, I use Aluga for my videos. Can I embed videos from there?
Yeah, it should be possible because we can add an embed source from any video platform provider. If you can kindly like add that in our roadmap, we can certainly add that as part of the embed integration.
Perfect. Next question is with regards to right now the platform requires particular dimensions and size of pictures for courses, logos. It would be helpful if the platform handles this automatically.
Thanks, Satish. Thanks for the feedback. Yeah, yeah. So even though you upload a higher size, we kind of like set the size on our site. It's kind of like dynamically we do in the backend. We don't ask you to resize the image. Even if you upload a larger image, we dynamically size it and make it appropriate for the course, code or anything of that sort. Yeah. If anything else, like, please do create a support ticket. We encourage all these questions or answers through support ticket. In the way we can go back track and assign it to a specific Jira task internally. That we'd greatly appreciate that.
Great. Next question coming in is, does this SaaS has community features?
Yeah, so we have the standalone threaded forums. We have discussions and commenting system for course level and lecture level. We have, and also we have virtual classroom for live collaboration, chat, and all those aspects. When you all like put together, you have a very dynamic learning community. We also looked at social learning network integration. We had one more platform in the past. We call it e-learning platform, which had a social learning network integrated. We had like 4 different products. We kind of like combined everything into one unified platform recently. And some of the products we had in the past, it hasn't integrated yet. For example, the social learning network and also meeting rooms. Meeting room is a one-click room. You can generate a unique URL like Zoom link that you can create. You can share it with anyone with any scheduler, just participate here. You can also password protect that room. That will be also made available as part of the virtual classroom, the meeting rooms. That is almost done. That also will get launched soon. There's so many projects like this are already in progress. So a lot of great things. You'll see our changelog is a great place. You can go track. It's at the bottom of our website footer. We are very transparent about what we do. Like anything we push, it goes to the changelog. A lot of projects are already in pipeline. Like you start seeing like exciting things coming every month.
Awesome. Is there any Braincert YouTube channel where people can learn?
Yeah, there is a Braincert YouTube channel. We post videos. We have a knowledge base where all the how-to guides are documented there.
Awesome. I'll move on to the next question. Are there any integration with whiteboard apps and any sort of other community apps? I think it's just there inside the platform itself. So
yeah, we have our own platform like tools. So we haven't really thought about integrating with third party.
You already have it inside the platform. Enjoy that. Why do you want to pay more?
Yeah, it's free.
Perfect. Moving on to the next question. Is it possible to have a setup where subscribers have access to all the courses if they purchase subscription instead of just buying one? It's basically kind of like subscription kind of a model, right?
Yeah. So yeah, we have like a one-time and recurring subscription monthly or yearly for courses, assessments, and also live classes you can create. And also you can also put a restriction like how many times an assessment can be accessed. Let's say I pay like $100 to pay for an exam. I can access it only one time, something like that, right? You can also restrict it by days or number of attempts. You can do that as well with our shopping cart engine.
Great. Can I create any sort of like marketing funnels inside, like a very smart marketing funnel? For example, if someone completes a course, if someone completes 80% of the course, I can just pitch them for another course right away, right? Or I can probably pitch them that, hey, complete the course today, and the next course is available for X percentage discount for the next 2 days, for an example.
Yeah, so that could be part of your learning path. You can add all the learning path like course A, B, C based on the level like beginner, advanced, or whatever. When learner enroll in a course once they complete 80%, you can also send them an email manually, or you can automate through Zapier, sending them an email based on completion. The next course is available because they need to pay to unlock the next course. It's not like readily available.
No, but so the question is, can we limit the time frame, right? For that time frame only a coupon can be used. For example, let's say that Yasin has completed 80% of the code, and then the coupon code will be always activated, but it will only work for that specific learner for, let's say, 24 hours or 48 hours or the X hours or X days that's being entered. And after that, if they try to purchase after that, then it will not work.
Yeah, so right now, any discount coupon you create, you can restrict it with the date and time, right? It's valid from this date to this date.
Dynamic date. I'm not talking about. So, for example, not talking about the coupon code will start at 25th of November, for an example, and end at 27th of November. I'm talking about dynamic coupon code, which means that today, if I complete the course, then let's say there is a coupon known as Braincert, right? You enter that coupon code for the next 24 hours. It will only unlock for that particular user only because he has completed 90% of the course, and most
Understood.
likely,
Yeah, I got the use case. So right now it's kind of like global level. Any learner, you share the code, they can use it. Only the learner is going to know because you are individually emailing the learner with a specific coupon. No, not anyone else is going to know. That's how we set it up. Right, it can be tied to a course assessment or a product today, but
I think
it's
that would
not
be
tied to specific
fantastic.
learner. Yeah,
Yeah, I
we
think
can
that
look into it. Yeah,
I think
please
this
pick
kind of
the.
like dynamic coupon code can like just like spike up the sales crazily for a lot of like universities, a lot of course creators, a lot of solopreneurs. I think this is a very smart way. By the way, this was my question, right?
Oh yeah,
But
absolutely. We can certainly do it. Right now, it's tied to specific items. We can also tie it to a specific user or group if needed to further post the restriction. We will certainly look into the. Our team would take notes and we'll certainly look into that.
awesome. I'll move on to the next question in that case. I see that live classes can have a maximum of 30 participants. Is that correct? Why can't we have 100 seats?
Yeah, it's based on subscription level. It comes with the restriction on how many minutes you can have, how many class duration per session, like 180 minutes, how many attendees per class. Like you can, let's say, parallelly launch like 5 classroom each with 30 attendees. But if you want like a higher attendee limit or higher minutes, it needs to be like a custom add-on. If you want like 100 attendees instead of 30, so we can certainly do that, right? So that would be an add-on pricing.
Great. Moving on to the next question. If I take plan A and exceed my monthly virtual class minutes, how much extra do I need to pay?
Yeah, again, it's based on a usage, right? The good sense is like once you start using the platform, you know the usage, how many learners you have, how many classes you're actually consuming, whether you're hitting the limit or not hitting the limit, or you can have like, maybe instead of one purchase, LTD purchase, you may want to do 2, 3 purchase. So you can have like 30,000 minutes, right? So you can consume all the minutes parallelly, right? So I mean, this is an excellent deal that we are doing where virtual classroom also comes part of it, all the minutes and usage, even recording, everything comes part of it, right? If you are hitting the limit, and obviously you need to purchase an extension, like, purchase more minutes, recording hours from us. Yeah.
By the way, this is a question from me again now, this one. So is Braincert planning to have like a discovery platform where all of these course creators that are built on Braincert, if they want to publicly list it on, let's say, your discovery
Yeah.
platform?
We already had it in our e-learning platform in the past. We just deprecated the platform to combine everything into the unified platform. A lot of the tools you're talking about, we already had, but we deprecated all these tools just to make way for the one unified platform. So that tool we already have, we're going to relaunch that tool again. It will automatically pull all the public courses from all the platform across our customer and list it in our catalog with some AAML based recommendation based on our skill set and everything. It's going to recommend all the course for the learners, right? They'll click, then come to your platform to purchase. That's kind of like some upselling that we can help you from our side.
Great. Next question, another interesting one. Are the certificates verifiable, which means that are there like any sort of like a public link for that certificate where someone can actually verify it? Because what happens usually, people can easily fake out certificates, just put it up on Canva today and just write their name and say,
yeah,
hey,
I know. Exactly. Yeah, there are a lot of platform who does only like certification verification as a service, and they're very, very expensive if you look at it, right? Like based on number of 10, 100 people or 200 people. So if you look at a roadmap, certificate generation verification service is a task that's currently in progress. So we'll be offering something called Verify Endpoint. That's available only for Plan B and C, which is our gold plan. So this tool will be offered as part of the highest gold plan, which is tied to the LTD also. So basically, it will unlock is something called like /verify in your domain. So anyone can go there, type the certificate number, and then it will show you the certificate, when the learner pass, when it's going to expire. And also it's we're going to help launch like a verifiable badges compatible with Open Badges 2.0. So all those good things are already in progress. So you don't need like a separate certification verification service where you go and pay like another $1,000. It's going to come part of it.
So I have a follow-up question to this. Do you plan to maybe add a blockchain option as well by any chance? Because having a certificate on blockchain is kind of like having your own NFT basically. So do you think
Yeah, someone already asked that question. We haven't thought about that as of now for the certificate verify task that the team is currently working on. We can certainly look into that. I mean,
but the
any
thing is
task.
because once it gets in blockchain, right, there's no way you can fake it out, right?
Yeah.
There's no way. So I think that can be something very unique because I've not seen like anyone really offering this. So I just
Okay.
had like a thought process, like maybe it can be something good because people are anyways like have their wallets today, so they can have all their certificates and everything right under the same wallet. So in the future, if they are probably just sharing it with someone, they can see, hey, here are all the certifications that I've collected, right? And they can just
Exactly. That's a good idea with it. We will certainly look into that. And with this task, you can also share certificates in LinkedIn where they can click, come back, verify the certificate with the verify endpoint. So they all like tied together. It's a really awesome task, which I really am looking forward for launching. It will be offered in the highest tier. Yeah.
awesome. I think very recently even Instagram now allows you to add your own blockchain wallet, by the way. It was very
Okay.
recently, though haven't advertised it, but I recently saw it in my account. I was like, wait, like they have released it, but they're not advertising it. That
Okay.
means
Yeah, this is a very niche more. They just
yeah.
like coming up, right? So a lot of people are jumping into it. Yeah, certainly.
Awesome. Moving on to the next question. Are there any membership options?
Yeah, so any all the one-time recurring subscription you can create and sell it as a membership site also for all the products that you have in the platform. This is completely possible. Yeah.
Great. Moving on to the next question. Can certificates be shown in LinkedIn, not as an image, but sort of as an issuer?
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. You can share all the certificate in LinkedIn with the verify certificate and badges. The task is completed.
Perfect. Moving on to the next question. Are there any web notifications or push notification features coming anytime soon?
We haven't thought about it. If there is a specific requirement, yeah, please add it to the roadmap. We can just elaborate when you're adding to the roadmap, just not less like one liner, like how it's gonna actually work for you. So in that way, we can also visualize what the requirement is.
I'm not sure like a lot of people actually like bother about web push notification anymore.
It's actually annoying for me. I usually go and mute all my notification for it keeps on popping up in the middle of a call, like it just all the pop-up notification comes up. But again, it's specific use cases. Yeah.
Perfect. Moving on to the next question. Are there any login options through mobile number and OTP?
Yeah, so the multi-factor authentication, right? MFA you're talking about.
No, I'm not talking about MFA. I'm talking specifically about the OTP that comes through mobile, right? Like you have your
Yeah, that
mobile.
is again kind of like a multi-factor authentication, right? Like so you want to log in, it sends an OTP. We don't have it yet. We have some a task in progress like password complexity that you can set.
So the problem with this is that it will also increase the cost and unnecessary burden, and plus it's already on LTD. So that there's going to be like an additional SMS cost.
Yeah, there is also an overhead cost, but a lot of these additional add-ons, it's not like, it's something very easily you can create and manage it, because sometimes we have to rely on third-party systems where you have to pay for every single enrollment or anything. So we have to also look at the cost. If at all we are offering some of this integration, that could be an add-on cost specific to that.
I think the easiest way is probably if someone wants to add a two-way auth, you can probably add like something like Google Auth, for an example, right? Yeah. That is something way better. That's much more like cost effective as well for companies as well as for users. And again, you don't have to worry about you not receiving an SMS, which is such a big hassle and problem today. So many people and so many companies and so many users are frustrated. And usually when when something like this happens, you don't blame the SMS provider, you blame the platform, right? Yeah. And you don't want that frustration. So SMS is something that a lot of companies are sort of like slowly moving away from what I've seen. And I think so many companies are also introducing passwordless options now, where if you're on your mobile phone, you just like use the security options within your phone and just log in passwordless. So that's where the entire world is heading towards in terms of technology for login. Again, moving on to the next question, how to integrate this platform to my existing app? Roy, you'll probably have to read, because we don't know what app you're using. So you'll probably have to reach out to their support to understand like what app you're using. Our next question, can we make some course video that's downloadable and some as non-downloadable?
Yeah, absolutely. You can see a download option you can enable for certain lectures. So learners can download if you enable that option. It comes standard.
Perfect. Moving on to the next question. Can student upload video or picture or essay as a part of their assignment?
Absolutely, yeah. So assignment, you can enable like file uploads. They can upload all these file extension as part of an assignment. You can look at it and grade.
Perfect. Next question. Can I take official exams? So what about the security for that?
Official exam, this is a SaaS platform, right? You create your own content and you sell it to, or you offer it to your audience. We don't create any content for you. So if you want to create official exams, you can certainly offer to your customers.
Great. Moving on to the next question.
But Udit, there are like so many questions. Looks like another like 50, 60 questions there. I don't know, we have time to cover everything. We already like
Single question, we usually don't miss them out because people are generally like waiting to make a purchase, and we could miss out on something that could be difficult to follow up with. So let's just answer all of them once at a time, because then we can just share the video because it's being recorded. So then we can just share the video with everyone. Let's move on to things very, very quickly. Next question is there an option? You can probably keep it in like 1 or 2 line answers, basically. Is there an option to let randomly select questions for an example? So for example, you put in 20 question out of like a database of 200.
Oh yeah, that's what I showed earlier. You can configure like a test delivery settings. You can configure like how many questions to be delivered in a test.
Perfect. Moving on to the next question. What would be the cost if we want to increase the student limit, and how can we remove students who joined like previous month but leave the batch?
Yeah, so any limit increase, please reach out to our pre-sales. They are always on our chat, or you can also create a support ticket. We can work with you closely to understand your requirement. Yeah.
Perfect. Moving on to the next question. Can we host our videos directly in the platform rather than using YouTube or video hosting?
Yeah, we provide like unlimited video hosting with our own video cloud. You can upload, we stream the video for you. You can also use YouTube or Vimeo as an embed link also. You can have a combination. Yeah.
Moving on to the next question. For the test, can we have a bank of questions and set how many questions will consist of each test?
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's a standard feature.
Perfect. Moving on to the next question. Can we also create a marketplace? I think we just spoke about it, so I'm gonna skip on this. Can we see the course from learner's view, please?
Yeah, sure. I think we finished the demo. Maybe you can reach out to our sales team, and they can show you a quick demo if you're interested.
Moving on to the next question. I have a couple of questions. I see everything in English. Can this be in Spanish?
Oh yeah, you can change any interface language. We have group-based interface languages.
Perfect. Can you customize each funnel page?
Yeah, certainly you can customize for any specific workflows. Yeah, just reach out to our team. They can set up a quick demo and they can show you how we can do that.
Is there an option to add like some sort of widget like JavaScript where people can add like their own live chat and things like those?
Yeah, so that's a good question. That task is in progress as we speak. So for security reason, we never allowed custom JS because of some of our compliance requirement. We created our own kind of like a code scanning and anomaly detection type of system. So we are testing that. You can add like JavaScript or Google G tag or whatever it is, right? You can add that JS or CSS. We're going to scan and make sure it doesn't have any vulnerabilities or anything. We're going to allow that pretty soon. As part of it, we are not give you parameters, so you can add like a name, student ID, or email as a parameter if you want to take the data outside the system to third-party analytics. Yeah.
Great. I'll move on to the next question. Is there a way to add this marketing pixels like Facebook pixel, Google
We
pixel?
already allow that under extension, Facebook pixel, Google.
Does it do like is it like integration where all the tracking happens, the purchase, add to cart, all of these are tracked as well?
Yeah, it's a direct integration with the Facebook pixel with a custom JavaScript and CSS task that we are launching. You can.
It's not a server side integration then. It's a browser side integration.
Browser side integration, yeah.
Got it. Okay, moving on to the next question. Will there be a difference in new features between the Gold and Gold Plus, or will both Gold and Gold Plus get the same new features in the future?
Yeah, so Gold and Gold Plus majority of the features will be added, but some of the AML will be reserved only for Plan C that we are planning. The highest plan usually gets everything. Even the certificate verify service that we are talking about, we'll add it only to the Gold Plus, the highest plan that we are doing.
Got it. Moving on to the next question. Does it support system support referral program? We have already spoken about it, so we'll move on. Is it possible to address learner to specific questions if they have, if he or she gave wrong answers in a specific question? Basically, kind of like I think the feedback
Yeah, in a standard scoring mode, it will give you feedback whether you made it wrong, if you made it right. You can see the answer also. With other scoring algorithms, it won't show the answer.
Great. Next question. Plan B with 5 domains means that I can have 5 different schools with total independent brand. Absolutely. That means if you need more, you can purchase more codes. So if you need, let's say like 20, then you make that many code purchases for the top plan accordingly. Also remember that currently Braincert is on the early bird pricing. Plus you can use the Black Friday code on top of that until tomorrow. Do not miss out this deal. The price is going to go up very, very soon. The early bird pricing is going to get over very, very, very soon. So please do not miss out. If you're looking to have multiple schools, please do it. If you have customers right now who is looking to set this up, you can set it up for them, make money, help them make money as well. And at the same time, Braincert gets promoted. So everyone wins in this scenario typically. I'm going to move on to the next question. Can we share browser? For example, I use Miro, Padlet, Kahoot a lot in teaching. I want to share screen. But
it comes integrated, yeah. It comes integrated in the virtual classroom. You can share any screen and show anything like Kahoot or anything, yeah.
Perfect. Do you have a mind map feature in live classes?
Yeah, the whiteboard is flexible, right? You can use the object to create your own mind map or your workflows or any diagram that you can create when teaching. You can also export the whiteboard tab and use it in your future lessons also. It's absolutely possible, yes.
The next question coming in is how can we set an option for students to buy without logging in? That means I think probably they can make the purchase first and then the login would be set up.
Right, yeah. Yeah, they can look at all the courses that you're offering. They can purchase. After purchase, they get access to that specific course. We showed you like the different onboarding path. There are so many ways you can onboard users.
Perfect. I'm moving on to the next question. Ajay, in the webinars, are you going to share the recording? Yes, definitely. The recording is going to be on YouTube right away because it's already live streamed on YouTube. So as soon as this ends, the recording would stay on YouTube. Moving on to the next question. I'm already using UTeach. Is it okay to switch? Absolutely, Manvith, you should switch because it's 100x more power, feature rich, and that too on a lifetime deal. So you don't want to miss out. Moving on to the next question. Is it possible to embed live classroom to external sites? I think this is a great question.
Yeah, so we have something called API. Virtual Classroom comes with its own REST API. We also have free plugins for WordPress, Moodle, and Joomla sites. But the API is not included as part of LTD. That's a separate products that we sell in our website if you look at our pricing page. So if at all you're interested in consuming API externally and using it in your platform, just reach out to our sales support. Thank you.
Great. Charles is saying, please consider to add NFT certificates.
We'll look into that. Yeah, certainly.
So moving on to the next question. When will we have the multi-domain feature?
We are looking at Q2. It's a very complex feature that currently we started. Udit actually convinced us to include that offer as part of the LTD. Initially, we don't want to offer multi-domains. We want to offer only one domain. So we just included as an upcoming feature. So when the feature is out, all the LTD users can take advantage of the multi-domain feature. So that's why.
Okay. Moving on to the next question. Yasin, can you please clarify the difference between the concurrent users, which is 1250 active concurrent users and 250 per domain and unlimited?
Yeah, so registered users meaning anyone with a named user account in your LMS platform. So you can create, let's say, 100,000 user accounts, whether self-enrollment or bulk upload or anything, but only like 250 active users can sign in concurrently in a given second. That's where the restriction comes from. And you have like 5 domains in Plan B, right? So each domain has like 250 active users. So total is like 1250 active users supported in your account.
Great. Moving on to the next question. Is there a possibility to take a course with a specific password for each user?
Course for each? No, it's not possible at this time. Yeah, I've never seen a use case like that, but test you can do it with a shareable test, but not for courses.
Perfect. Moving on to the next question. What are the supported payment gateway systems? We've already covered the live webinar. You want to quickly just answer that again?
Yeah, we support like Stripe, PayPal, Pay, MoneyPay, Stack, and Point and Pay, which is for US government, for counties. Few other payment gateways currently in progress.
Great. Moving on to the next question. Do you support live test, like live examples or face map test for employee assessment while taking interview?
Yeah, so you can combine our virtual classroom and assessment platform and offer like proctored exam. You can also have the candidate like share the screen or stream their video. You can also record that for compliance reasons. You can do that.
Perfect. Moving on to the next question. Can we get an invite from subject matter experts on a particular topic from industry for training inside the platform?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's your own platform. You can onboard any user you like.
Yeah, or you can just record on let's say Zoom or any other platform, right, and just upload it. Done. Like it's that simple.
Exactly.
Moving on to the next question. What would be the extra cost after 100 live participants?
Yeah, please reach out to pre-sales on chat or support ticket. They can closely work with you, understand your use case. And if you're a non-profit, we have discounts, and we always have discounts throughout every year, different holidays, different seasons. The best thing is work with an account manager that can give you a good deal.
Perfect. Do you support migration?
Migrating your old platform to here. I mean, we give you some level of support, but you can easily pull all the data from FTP, Google Drive, Dropbox, anywhere you can bring it on. You're authoring your content. Any issues, like we are there to give you from a technical support perspective, but pretty much you own all the content. We are not going to help upload your content for you, and it's your, you have to do that. Yeah.
There's one more question from my side. Have you considered adding a progressive web app?
Yeah, so we look at different frameworks for a mobile app. There are so many frameworks out there. Like I think our team settled down with one we think is like pretty good for the app. I kind of forgot the name. So yeah, when the app comes out, yeah, maybe you can look at it and offer some feedback. And obviously, because the first app is going to be in beta, so we're going to improve the app further in the next few months or so.
Great. Next question is, earlier you spoke about branded mobile apps. Is it for all the plans?
Yeah, so the app I'm talking about is the one app that any domain can consume. We just go to the app, it will ask a domain ID, just put in there, it will white label the apps for the specific domain. So in that way, it can be consumed by any number of domain. But if you want to have your own publisher ID, hey, I want my name, Braincert, who is the author of the app, not like Braincert, my company name. So that is kind of like a custom app. Like we need to add your own workflows, your screens, your logo, and make you as a publisher. So that's a different add-on cost associated with it. But if you're okay with Braincert being the author of the app and it's a white label for your platform, you can use the generic app that's kind of like suits 99% of the use cases. If you look at it.
Great. I think this is the last question of the day. What is the limit for concurrent users on Plan A?
There is no limit. Like I said, it's for course creators. We don't restrict anything because it doesn't have any enterprise capabilities. You can just sell it to million users, and there is no transaction fee. Everything comes to you directly. There is zero transaction fee in all the plans.
Okay, and here is one very interesting question for you, Yassine. How come you look so humble and down to earth kind of a person?
Or maybe I did ask my parents, they taught me well.
That's awesome, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this webinar. We have answered every single question, 100 plus questions. This webinar has been going on for almost 2 hours. For people that have stood by, and there are like people on YouTube right now, on Facebook groups as well. It's been crazy madness. And the kind of support that you guys are showing is incredible. Make sure that you go and grab your Braincert deal today itself. It's an unbelievable software. You have already seen the power of the software. It took, I think, 1.5 hours just to demo the product, right? That's how powerful it is. Take advantage of the deal. It's an incredible deal once again. We're going to be announcing the winners of the giveaway in just a moment. Meanwhile, I'm just going to walk you guys through the plans very quickly. There you go. If you see, we currently have Braincert starting from $97. Just take advantage of this deal at the moment. We have the videos up and running at the same time. Here are all the details that's out there for every single product. We have also made it very clear. If you are getting, I would highly recommend you to get Plan C. And if you plan to have more domains in the future, you plan to like basically set up a simple agency and sell this, probably like stack in as many codes as you can. There is literally no limit. The early bird plan ends very soon, and our Black Friday promotion ends very soon. This means that you get twice the discount, which is the early bird discount. On top of that, you can use an additional 15% discount, which is Black Friday BFCM 22. Use this. This is a great opportunity. This is a brilliant platform. You would not get this mature of an LMS ever coming in on a lifetime deal ever on any platform, because it just does not exist, right? It's been under development for 9+ years. It's an incredible team that will take care of you. They'll take care of your customers, and you can just have a peace of mind. It's 5 out of 5-star rated platform at the moment. Take advantage of the deal. It's an absolute no-brainer, a product of the year. Please take advantage of this. Again, we'll repeat, every year we come back and we say over and over again, please grab our product of the year, because we don't know if it's going to come back or not, right? So please take advantage of it. It's a brilliant, brilliant, brilliant application. So Yasin, coming down to you, let me know which was your favorite question of the day. There were so many, but you got to let me know, like, which question, apart from my question, was something that really intrigued you.
Or maybe the learning, the test curve, I never heard that. Maybe that was like, we really want to go back and look at it and see what it is. That could be a good question. There are so many questions, specific or different use cases someone asked, like how you can use it.
Big one. So the curve one, I'm not sure who the person is because it's on Facebook. The name is not showing up. So if you are watching this, please just DM me on Facebook itself. And you have one code of Braincert. Now we have a lot of people who have posted across on different social media as well. So let's just check it out, like who has posted what, so that we can also announce that particular winner at the same time. Yashir, you want to pick up? If someone has tagged you, you want to pick up someone?
Yeah, I really like one question about the leaderboard by organization. I think it's No-Do. That was a good question. We're going to look into it. So how we can offer the gamification leaderboard based on the groups. And also there are like, a lot of questions from everybody, and it's very hard to pick actually.
And do you want to pick up someone from the ones who have posted? I think there's a lot of people who have posted across social media, but the winner that we are picking up is, his name is, let's see, Roy. Roy, are you here? Roy, are you still live on the event? Please just say hi or just wave, use a wave emoji. Because if you're not there, we'll have to pick up some other winner. I think Roy is not there. I'll count till 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I don't see. Nope, I don't see Roy. Unfortunately, we'll have to pick another winner. Okay, let's see. Okay, so the next winner is, let's see. Oh, there's so many people who posted. Okay, so the winner is, yep, we are selecting someone. So let's just do this. We have, okay, so you want to like, Yasin, you want to meanwhile like randomly pick up one winner from the ones who are live on Zoom at the moment, because they spent so much time. Maybe we can pick one winner from there.
Yeah, so No-Do, he has like a couple of good questions earlier.
Who?
No, NHUDO.
There you go. And you said I have a lot of questions.
Yeah.
Congratulations. You have won a code of Braincert. Congratulations, man. Please, can you please just ping me your email address right now in the chat so that we can write it down? New, can you just type in your email address? Oh, you can just set up another store, another university with a giveaway code. Yeah, that's perfect. You can just give away the code to your friend. Everyone wins. More people on Braincert, everyone is happy. That's completely fine. You can just, again, please drop in your email as soon as possible. Okay. Meanwhile, guys, everyone, thank you everyone for tuning in. It was absolute madness. It was absolute blast. We hope you enjoyed the webinar. You learned a lot of things today, but more importantly, you saw the power of Braincert. It's an extremely powerful tool. The new UI UX is coming as well in Q2 of next year. Please do not miss out on this solution. I'm telling you, a lot of you would regret if you're going to miss this out. Please just go grab it. Black Friday thought this is probably the best investment you can make towards your business. Go ahead, set up some courses, and for a matter of fact, just set up a free course, run some ads, and do some lead generation. That's probably the best way you can generate leads. There is another strategy that I'll give you before we wrap this up. So if you're a SaaS, or if you're an agency, or if you're doing anything, right? If you're looking for sell product or services, set up a lead magnet course where you would be educating your potential leads before they opt for your product or services. So what we call this as a bridge course, where you're educating someone before they buy. Now, when you do this, what happens is that many a times people are not aware of a lot of things. You would see that if you're selling SEO services, they would probably tell you that some other provider is providing it for $500, while those could be gibberish links that they are not educated about. Now, if you just create a course around that and just educate your users that this is what happens in the industry and this is what happens in the industry, just be transparent and educate them. Chances of them converting with you and buying from you and your product or your service is a lot higher. So use this as an incredible growth hack where you're not only putting in and pushing in a lot of new leads that are coming in across your system, but at the same time, because of that education that you're providing to your users, chances of you getting a highly educated and high converted user is very high, where your conversions are going to spike up because you took the time to educate them. So do this, implement this strategy, and this strategy alone can literally 10x your potential growth opportunity over the course of next 1 year itself. The moment you start implementing this, you will see a skyrocket growth into your business. Go ahead, try it out. This strategy works. This is how we have taken first sales from like almost $0 to almost $550,000 in ARR in just 5.5 months. We have done it, right? And it's all subscription, by the way. I know like a lot of you guys wanted the first sales to come on already. It's not there. But again, I'm telling you, this is a fantastic strategy because everywhere what we do is we promote the course. We don't do anything else, right? We don't promote anything. We don't even promote our tool directly. We promote the course because our first step is to educating someone. And if they learn something about some industry from you, chances of them buying from you is very high. Use this incredible growth hack strategy to drive growth for your business. When you start doing this, chances again of you growing is going to be very, very high. And your conversions are going to go high. And that's why I mentioned that if you are potentially getting one conversion out of 10 leads, you will start getting about 5 conversion out of those 10 leads. That's how powerful this strategy is. So use this, and at the same time, they might also share your course for free on social media, right? So there you go. You can then tap into their network as well without really even asking them, or maybe just say, speaking of that, Yasin, is there an option inside Braincert where we can sort of have like a viral giveaway effect? For example, you share this course on Facebook, and we can unlock a course for you, or you share this on Twitter, and we can share another sort of video for you in that particular course. Is there an option for something like that?
We don't have anything of that sort. We haven't thought about it, but certainly we can look into that. But this is something that I'm hearing for the first time as a very unique use case.
I'm a growth hacker, right? I'm a marketer. I'm always.
I know. Just to add to what you said earlier, one thing that really works out, what I observed is, don't try to sell anything. Just to try to offer help, like free courses. That will drive conversion, they can turn into your customers in the long run. Don't try to do very hard to sell something. Try to offer help. That really works out.
Absolutely. With that, we're going to be wrapping up this webinar. Any final closing lines that you have for everyone?
First of all, thanks, Udit, for the opportunity. We are really, humbled to be part of the big team, PG team, and thanks everyone for the great support. And we never realized like this gonna get this much traction in social media. I get like so many questions day and night. I'm answering every single one of them, which I haven't done that in the past. I just want to make sure that I answer everyone's question. This is also good for our company, and we've been there for a long time. And this is the first time we ever doing a deal. And this is the first and last deal we're going to be doing. Unfortunately, we won't do any LTDs on our enterprise plans in the future. So just take advantage of it and spread the word. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Yasin. It was an absolute pleasure having you. Thank you so much, Abdul. Thank you so much, Rini. The platform is just gorgeous. It's incredible. Go guys, get it. You have another 2 days. Take advantage of the Black Friday on top of that, plus the early bird pricing, because once the prices goes up after early bird pricing, we're helpless, right? You'll have to opt in for the new prices if you're making a purchase after that. With that, we'll be wrapping up. Thank you, everyone. Good night to people who are in Asia. Good morning to people who are in US, and good evening to people who are in Europe. And I think people in Australia are probably already sleeping. So there was the webinar in the morning. Right. Goodbye, everyone.
All right. Thanks, everyone. Bye-bye.